Today's show star Jenna Hager has only been a full-time host on the hit morning program for 6 years, yet she's already busy looking ahead to her next chapter, which she believes could well see her closing the book on life on the East Coast in favor of a return to her home state of Texas. The 43-year-old mother of three spoke out about her plans for life after her run on Today ends, admitting that it is her dream to move back to the Lone Star State where she lived for many years, even while her father, George W. Bush, served as the 43rd president. Jenna, who attended the University of Texas in Austin during her father's first White House term, moved to New York City in 2010 in order to be closer to her twin sister, Barbara Bush, who was already living in the Big Apple. Then, in 2022, she and her husband, Henry Hager, swapped city life for a suburban property in Connecticut, where they have lived with their 3 children, Mila, 12, Poppy, 9, and Hal, 6, ever since. Yet Jenna is already eyeing up her next move, explaining during a recent episode of Today with Jenna and Friends that she has a dream of relocating to Texas in a bid to give her children a more normal life. I have this sort of dream. I just think everybody should have chapters in their lives. I have a dream, and I don't know how realistic it is, but when the Jenna and Friends chapter comes to a close, she began, prompting her guest host, Matt Rogers, to question why that would ever happen. Well, linear television, baby, Jenna responded, before continuing, who knows, but when I'm ready to go to my next chapter, I think it would be so nice to move back to Texas and let my kids, I went to a big public high school, have a different life. The on-air host who took over the 4th hour of Today when her former co-anchor Hoda Kotb stepped down from her decades-long role at NBC in January, noted that she has a particular fondness for the city of Austin, where she and her sister lived while her father served as the governor of Texas from 1995 until 2000. Isn't Austin great? I love Austin, Jenna confessed. Of course, Jenna would need to convince her husband, Henry, who hails from Virginia, that a move to Texas is in the best interests for their family, particularly given that the couple has never actually lived in the state together. The pair met back in 2004 when Henry was working for Jenna's father, and he popped the question to her 3 years later after asking George for permission. He called my dad. He's like, I'd like to come speak to you. My dad's like, I'm taking a nap. Come in a couple hours. So Henry had to sit and stew.